What's up, world? It's your girl Jazz coming back at you from my back seat. You wouldn't guess it, but yup, yeah, we out here. Got some fancy pillows, aesthetics. I'm just on lunch, and I'm finally on lunch where it's actually light out now because I'm working 9 to 5s instead of 1 to 9, so I can actually make a video on my lunch and it not be pitch black. So, here we go. So today I wanted to talk about something that I've been having a little bit of, or a lot of bit of, feels about lately, and I feel like a lot of people can maybe relate to this. If you are maybe coming out of a relationship where you've been with someone for a while, or maybe you are in the process of kind of losing some friends right now and you're feeling a little bit alone, maybe you're feeling like you're just lonely, you know what I mean, then this video is for you, and I hope that this can help you because it's something that I've been reminding myself a lot of lately, and I want to share that with you because I want to remind you if you're feeling like this, because I know that it can't be fun to feel like you're alone sometimes, to feel like you know, you're just kind of out there on your own. You don't really have anybody to go to, or you don't really have a support system. Maybe if you don't have like a really tight friend group, or you don't have a best friend, maybe you lost a best friend, maybe you lost your boyfriend that was your best friend, or your girlfriend that was your best friend, anything. I feel like this will help. As many of you know, like I just got out of a relationship too. Well, not just, like a few months ago, before summer ended. It doesn't feel like it's been a long time though. But you know, I don't have like a huge friend group. I have my one best friend, which I love, and you know, I'd rather have her than a million other friends that don't really mean too much and I can't connect with on a lot of levels. And I've just recently also met a ton, well not a ton, but like there's like 5 of us and we're really cool vegans, and we all connect and we all like this and that, and it's so awesome, and I'm so blessed that I have found them. If you're watching this, then I love you and you know exactly who you are. Before I found them, even with Maddie, you know, when you're with someone for a long time, and this isn't just going for people who are in relationships, but I'm just talking about my experience right now, you know, when you're in a relationship with someone for a long time and like you've lived with them and you see them every day, it can definitely feel like a huge change and a huge shift in this big thing in your life when, you know, you're no longer like with them all the time. And that's fine, you know, that's fine. That's life. We're just transitioning and moving and growing and experiencing new experiences, and that's okay. But it's really easy to get caught up in the moment and really feel like you're alone and really get lost in your own thoughts sometimes. And I feel like there's this stigma around being alone that's a bad thing, and that being alone is automatically being lonely, and that, you know, you're bored or you're this and that. And I feel like one thing that we're really neglecting and not remembering when we get into that kind of feeling is the fact that like we're with ourselves, you know, we've got to create this relationship with ourselves and love ourselves and be our own best friend, because we can't always rely on other people to keep us company, you know what I mean? Because then when all those people are gone, then are you gonna just be like in this pit of like sadness and like all this stuff? I used to be one of those people where I always needed to be around people. I always needed to be included. I always needed to be out with friends or doing something. If I was in on the weekends, oh my god, God forbid I was in on the weekends, because that was just a tragedy apparently. And that's not okay, you know? I didn't like that, because then I felt like when I wasn't with people or I wasn't getting included, then I felt really like sad and just kind of like outside of the group. And it wasn't until I really started taking some time, taking some quiet time to just take care of myself, you know, whether it's just like staying in and running a bath and then just like reading or writing or painting or doing art or anything that you really like to do, you know, by yourself, and you don't need anybody else to do that for you. Or even just going out by yourself, you know, maybe going to a little cafe and just maybe bringing a book, or just getting some tea and going for a walk, taking your dog out, taking your pet out, just doing stuff by yourself and knowing that that's okay. You're not lonely. It's not that you don't have any friends. You're just exploring life with yourself, and that's okay. And that's something that I actually came to love, you know. I started really loving my own solitude and really loved being by myself. And it's funny because I used to hate being by myself. I used to think like, oh my god, being by myself is so awful. This is so boring. Like, I just want to be out with people. And now my solitude is just something that is truly so important to me, and it should be important to you too. You know, I'm not saying like isolate yourself from the world and don't go out at all and this and that, but really value the time with yourself and know that if you're going through a transition, you don't feel like you have a lot of people in your life, that's okay. You're getting to know yourself, you're getting to love yourself, you're getting to explore and learn things about yourself that maybe you would have never discovered before if you're always having distractions in your life, you know? Like, you never know what's gonna come out of the silence within, you know, just whether you're going on a run or you're going on a walk by yourself or anything, like anything that you want to do, take some time to do it with you and love the company of other people. Love it. But don't obsess over it to the point where you can't feel like you can be by yourself. If you feel like you can be by yourself, it's probably because you don't want to be left alone with your own thoughts. And you've really got to like take a step back and observe those thoughts. You know, don't hold any judgment about those thoughts. Don't hold any negative judgment about those thoughts. Just observe them. You know, be an observer of life. Be an observer of life in the things that you do and the things that you think and the things that other people do. Don't be judgmental about them. I mean, everybody is judgmental, but don't have negative judgment toward it. You know, just be an observer. And be an observer of how you're feeling when you're alone. You know, why do you not want to be alone? Why are you feeling this way? Why are you feeling that way? What can you do to help yourself if you're not feeling that great? And I've been having a lot of like emotional experiences lately, and ones that I didn't have like initially when me and Curtis like broke up. And I don't know what's going on, but like I just need to keep like reminding myself like being by myself is okay. Like, it's okay. It's great. And, you know, this is gonna unfold to be such a beautiful thing, and it already is. It's just like the process, you know? I just gotta remember that. So I thought I would share that with other people, because maybe they're going through something kind of similar. And maybe they just needed to hear that, because maybe I just needed to hear myself say that too, and when I'm editing it and watching it back, it's like a little self-reminder. And yeah. So that's my video for today, and I hope that this helps even one person who watches this. And some people are gonna think that maybe this was like totally useless to them and whatever, and that's totally fine. That's fine. But even if there's like one person who can just take one thing from this, then that's the goal of this video, and just to express how I feel about that, because sometimes another perspective on it really helps you open your eyes to see that, or really just think about things that maybe you didn't think about before. So that's my video for today. I don't want this to get too long. It's about like 8 minutes and 17 seconds. So I'm gonna go and probably just like lay in the back of my car right now, because honestly, like, I'm so comfy, and these pillows are so nice. Like, don't you like them? And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Don't forget to love yourself daily. One thing I also wanted to mention is whatever you're feeling, allow yourself to feel it, okay? Allow yourself to feel it. Don't try to suppress your feelings. Don't try not to cry. Don't try to not feel a certain way. Just feel that way. And it's okay. It's gonna be okay. It's always gonna be okay, you know? We're here experiencing ourselves, and that's a really cool process. So we should all just embrace it and love it for what it is, and be excited for whatever is going to come of it. So I'll talk to you guys later, and I love you all.